Hi guys, I'm Mochi Zari from Seven Sky Consulting. We are one day into 2025 and the race for the top AI video generator model is inflaming with OpenAI publicly releasing Sora during their 12 Days of OpenAI Festival, Kling AI 1.6, an enhanced version of their already fascinating 1.5 model, Runway's rapid Gen 3 and Gen 3 Turbo updates, the Chinese company Tencent entering the race with Hunyuan, and to top it all up, Lumare 2 and Google's VO2 on the way. Let's challenge them all through different tests like prompt understanding, motion and camera movement, storylining, and image to video generation, followed by a brief pricing comparison to see which one is best for your use case. Prompt understanding. For this section, I came up with a silly prompt, a realistic one-eyed scientist crocodile working on a microscope in a well-equipped laboratory while the camera is moving towards it from right to left. Breaking the prompt, I wanted realistic results of something that's not ordinary in real world, to see the model's perception of reality, character painting, and other than that, where the eyes of the crocodile goes against the microscope. And I also added a well-equipped laboratory part to check out the model's attention to background detail and camera moving in two different axes to test out model's understanding of camera movements. Now, let's start off by Sora. This is not what I had in mind with working on a microscope, but it's good enough. I expected the model to blind one of the crocodile's eyes. The background lab looks well equipped enough, but the camera is not getting closer to our scientist. Hanyuan almost only took the equipped laboratory part in and basically ignored the rest of the prompt. Kling AI 1.5 is doing everything right except for the working on a microscope part, but that was a long shot. It's good enough. Motion and action. Our test prompt here is a ninja sword fighting a gladiator during a war in a desert. Calculating the sword touches and where they land and also painting the war scene in the background are the challenges the models will face by this prompt. This is Sora's response. It's not bad at all. The motions are smooth, but it sort of avoided the challenges. A similar behavior reported in the community about Ovan in its early days. Now, this is the results of when I remixed it with a new prompt on top of it, more sword touches, but it still tried its best not to go there. Moving on to Hanyuan, you can see its struggle in painting the sword fight, but it took a brave approach, the motions are good, and it looks quite realistic. Kling AI 1.5 made a more animated version of it, with Nova in the background, and the ninja dies at some point and gets back up, and so far, the other ones were much better. Kling AI 1.6 excels again. It's got some soldiers in the background and didn't defy the laws of physics much. A storyline. A brief wildlife story in a short span of 5 seconds. A deer is running from a tiger. The deer trips and falls. The tiger finally catches it. I expected more from Sora since I use its storyboard feature, but it's avoiding the tiger catching the deer scene, and also the deer doesn't fall at all and it fades somewhere in between. In Hanyuan results, everything we described does happen, even though the scenes are not connected to each other realistically. Kling AI 1.5 absolutely nailed it. It's not as cinematic as Sora, but it sure is more prompt oriented. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video, Google has announced their next generation text-to-video model, VO2, and you can see the demos in the background, but by the time of this video, it's still not released for public use. Back to our own models, well, let's go over the pricings first. Sora comes with $200 monthly, Hanyuan comes with $9.99, Kling AI plans range from $666 for standard version to $24 for Pro and $60 for their Premier plan. Not even considering the pricings, I think Kling is the absolute winner here. But depending on your demands, if you want a more cinematic and smooth output, Sora would be the second choice, and otherwise you can go with Hanyuan. In this video, I tested each one and compared the results to my desired output. But in the end, you can rank them yourselves and decide which one suits you best. I'd be glad to know your rankings and opinions in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe and check out our other videos.